What if I told you that all of us are addicted and these addictions are draining your life force? Greetings, dear ones, and welcome to Alignment Simplified. My name is Rashmi Bhatia, and I help you simplify how energy works with us. What do you do, and hence what do you receive? To elevate your space, align your energy to bring in a harmony, joy, and peacefulness. In this space, I try to post every week so you can have updates either from my Instagram channel or subscribe to this channel. Thank you. When we hear the word addiction, most of us think of substances, alcohol, nicotine, and drugs. But addiction can take a far subtle form, quietly weaving itself into the fabric of our daily lives without us even realizing it. From the second cup of tea to a rigid journaling routine, our compulsions don't have to be harmful in a traditional way, but they do hold power over us. These small, socially acceptable habits often are being called as discipline or self care. However, they can become an unconscious compulsion. These rituals where we feel we must feel complete if we do these, and it's completely okay. Whether it is a need for a walk to reset your mood, or you feel thrown off if you have not done your to do list. The energetic pull of these micro addictions can quietly stir our behavior, our mindset, and the well being. But let us dive a little more deeper about what these do to our energy in our energy field. On an energetic level, these compulsions weigh much more than we realize. They anchor us to our predictable routines, but they subtly also shape our mood, our emotional state, and even the way our energy flows throughout the day. When we rely on these external routines to regulate our inner state, we may be unconsciously surrendering pieces of our personal power. And this is not something that we realize, and hence subtle habits. Instead of demonizing our routines, like where structures can be supportive, but it is also distinguishing conscious choices from unconscious dependencies. The moment a habit moves us from I enjoy this to I need this to function, it becomes a form of energetic outsourcing. It takes something external and it gives it the power to dictate your inner stability. And the next question is, how can I shift from this habit? Of course, first comes awareness. Once you have awareness, 50% of your work is done. Then comes the part where you acknowledge it. It is there for a reason. It has helped you out. Though it has become a compulsive habit now, but a cup of tea has actually helped you find peace. Or an extra sugar has somewhere helped you with an emotional turmoil. You never know, but first you acknowledge it. And then you say, all right, thank you for helping me so far, but I think I'm going to take control. So, a powerful way to shift our relationship with these behaviors is by changing our own internal language. Rather than saying, I need my tea or I have to journal, try saying, I prefer my tea or I enjoy journaling. It is a subtle shift, but the energy is entirely different. Need here implies urgency and dependency. It ties our emotional well being to the fulfillment of that particular action. Whereas when you say, I prefer, it implies freedom. It's like you have the choice. If the preference isn't met, it is still going to be okay. This language reframing restores the way that we look at our choices. It allows our energy to flow freely without being hijacked by an unconscious obligation. These subtle energetic patterns of compulsive habits and addictions also impact your other areas. Because if there is something that is anchoring you or holding you or taking your power and energy, it means that you are lacking that power and energy in another area of your life. If something is controlling you, that means something elsewhere is where you are losing control. And these small subtle nuances of energy makes a huge difference in your energy field. Only if you could say that I prefer this and it's a choice and it's not a compulsion, you hold your freedom and you have the energy of choice. You have the freedom of power. And that is the reason when you come from that power in this other area of your life, you also hold that power to work with it. And this is the major difference of what happens when we have habits and addictions and compulsive behaviors. So, the best way to work with them is to come into awareness, drop that energy field, drop that from your energy field, and just allow it to come out of a choice. Just allow it to come from a choice, and it does not have to be holding its power over you. That if you do not receive it, you are gonna have a bad day or you will be thrown off and da da da. And then ultimately, this exploration is about awareness. It is not about judgment. We have to be appreciative, and we have to understand how we talk to ourselves. As saying that, oh my god, I have such a pattern and it's bad. Rather acknowledge it, that yes, I have this pattern and I am willing to change. There is nothing wrong with enjoying a morning ritual or finding comfort in familiar routines. But when these routines begin to control you, is when they become the driver of your mood or energy. It's time to reassess. By noticing these small energetic contracts we have made with habits, we give ourselves the chance to renegotiate them. We can begin to make these choices from a place of inner wholeness rather than reactivity or compulsion. As Brené Brown reminds us, authenticity comes with owning our own stories. And Louis Hay has always taught us we have the power to shift our experience through awareness and intention. So the next time you reach for your second cup of tea or feel irritated when you have missed your morning routine, pause and ask yourself, is this a preference or it's a compulsion? That single moment of inquiry could be the first step back towards energetic freedom and self mastery. Remember, noticing is the first act of liberation. Every time you shift a need into a choice, you are not just changing a habit, you are changing the energy field you live in. And to work on your addictions in an energetic manner, I have recorded a guided meditation for cord cutting with addictions. Please do check that out on my YouTube list, and I hope that benefits you and many others who need it.